So last week I spoke about how I actually had my accident at work and how I broke my ankle and heel and how I got a permanent nerve injury from it. So today I'll talk a little bit about how those injuries are still affecting me every day right now. So with my ankle, the thing that's actually wrong with it, or was wrong with it, is I had a condition called CPRS, which is complex regional pain syndrome, or complex regional pain syndrome. And it basically means that the connection between the nerves and your brain have chronically sent pain messages from the actual injury that it's turned into something that's chronic, meaning that that connection is now basically screwed up. So that means that on a daily basis, I have like sharp shooting pains in my ankle joint where the nerve is. I feel basically nothing that happens or that I feel in my ankle registers properly in my brain. So I can never really trust how my ankle feels in making my decisions as to what I'm going to do, because sometimes there's nothing actually wrong with it, but it's going to hurt on the day. So I can't really do much on that day. So it used to be that every single step that I took and put my foot on the ground, I had this excruciating, sharp shooting electrical shock that is like, on the pain level scale, it's like the highest pain that you can possibly experience. So I had that for about a year. Obviously tried physical therapy, psychology, everything that I could to sort of help with making that connection better again. I tried fucking a super heavy medication that helped a little bit, but also knocked me the fuck out. So I didn't have any short-term memory or anything like that. I was basically a zombie all day. I slept 14 hours a night. And mentally I had to deal with not being able to have my active lifestyle that I was used to and that I was going to build up on the Sunshine Coast, right? So then we did steroid injections twice. That didn't work. Then we did an ablation of the nerve, which means that basically you're sending so much import into a nerve via ultrasound lead injection, send so much energy into it that basically overloads the nerve, and it basically just gives up because it's that overworked that it stops working. That didn't work. That just hurt extra. So then basically they said there's nothing left you can do with your ankle. So I went back to my orthopedic specialist, and he said, I am testing out this new surgery where we take out part of the nerve that's hurting, so that you don't have those, weird sensations all the time, like a mosquito bite feels like someone stabbed me in the ankle. I went back to him. I said, I can't deal with it anymore. I'm just ready for you to chop my leg off, because like literally it was unbearable. And he said, well, I can do this surgery that I'm trying out. If you want to be part of the testing of how that surgery goes, then I'd be happy to perform it on you. And then, so we decided to go ahead with the surgery. They took a massive part of the nerve out of my leg and ankle. They put the end where they cut it off, they put the rest of it into my calf muscle. So then I had to start learning how to walk properly again because nothing felt right, and because the nerve's not there, so you have no idea what's going on. Part of my foot feels like concrete a little bit still. But the surgery did help in terms of making that pain level from a 12 out of 10, or like 12 to down to a 6. So it's quite manageable. I am obviously always looking for different things that I can do to maybe help with rebuilding that connection properly. So I'm looking into doing some cold water immersion. I think that's going to be really awesome for it. And then the other thing that happened is because I used crutches and a cane on this side, I got what's called thoracic outlet syndrome, and that's where the triangle between the clavicle, the spine and the first rib is basically too small for all the nerves and veins to go through. So that basically means that I really can't do anything overhead, or I'll like really inflame that area and make it even tighter, so I get like old pins and needles and shit like that happening through my arms. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I can't do yet. I can't really jump or do anything high impact, and yeah, there's quite a few upper body movements that I have to be really careful with. So it's quite the journey in terms of managing my strength and my health and fitness, but because I know quite a lot about it from my personal training background, and I obviously work with professionals, I feel quite confident in managing it and just being able to listen to my body when it's needed, because I can't really trust everything that goes on in my body. So on a daily basis, I take medical cannabis to help with the pain in my ankle, which brings it down to like a 4 on good days, which is really awesome, and I'm super happy with that. And yeah, I'm just really focusing on getting my long distance walking back, and hopefully someday I can do a bit of running or a bit of jumping again and get those burpees going again. Let's see what happens.